Well, with the world in a state of flux due to the global pandemic, the tiny house or transportable home movement has seen a huge increase in demand recently. Joining us now to look at what's available and who can benefit from these affordable homes is Bryce Glover from HouseMe. Good morning, Bryce.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
How was lockdown for you?
Yeah, pretty interesting. I suppose the same for a lot of different businesses, a bit of the land of the unknown, but we feel quite privileged that we actually came out the other side all right. Going into level 4, didn't really know what to expect, but we're absolutely inundated with orders, and we had a bigger April this year than we did last year, and just came out the other side of May with a record-breaking month, so couldn't have been better.
That is incredible. I suspect the people that were looking at buying a tiny house or a transportable home to put on their property were for some of those extended whānau that were turning up.
Yeah, we actually joked about that because that's what we were suspecting would happen, but I think about the first 5 orders were people saying, oh, my daughter and a partner have come back from overseas and we're already sick of each other, we need somewhere to put them, so that's kind of what
So
what
how quickly could you get a home onto someone's property with the lockdown at level 4? Was it level 3?
Yeah, so we were taking orders over level 4. We probably could have applied to be an essential business through emergency housing and whatnot, but put our hand up, played our part. So we kicked things back off in level 3. So we came back to an order book of, I think, 52 units that we had to build. And so normally our lead time was about 8 weeks, but that pushed out pretty quickly to 12 weeks, and we're working hard to sort of bring that back. And
that is fantastic news and such a good news story for this time. I love it. What options do you have at HouseMe for people? What sort of sizes and what choices do people have?
Yeah, so I suppose the go-to that I say is that all of our units are 3 metres in width, and then they just vary in size by length. We refer to them by their length. So we've got a 5.2 metre executive studio, which will fit a queen-size bed, got a little kitchenette and a bathroom, all the way up into a new product we've actually just released, which is 12.5 metres by 3.6 metres. So, you're sort of pushing 45 square metres, quite a large 2-bedroom home which could house a family.
Yeah, I think my first normal home was 50 square metres or something, maybe 80, but it was pretty small anyway. What do people see as the main advantages of living in one of these tiny homes?
I think affordability is the big thing that jumps out at people. The elephant in the room in New Zealand at the moment is purchasing prices and rental prices are sky high.
But also my power prices and my water prices, they haven't come down. I'm still paying massive amounts for that. But in a tiny home, potentially your solar,
extremely efficient.
Yeah.
So affordability would be the number one reason why people are buying them.
What am I compromising on to live in a tiny house?
Oh, it's a question that people ask me, what do you reckon I'll have to change? I think the big thing is people will downsize their lifestyle as well as their homes, so being realistic about what you can actually fit in the house, so you won't have a stack of plates. You'll probably be throwing some hand-me-downs to your younger siblings. The TV might not be as big, so ultimately stripping down your lifestyle a little bit.
I'm imagining that first home buyers and the baby boomers might be your biggest market, but I could be completely wrong. Who are buying them?
Well, our data shows us that it's the 50-year-old and upwards.
Yeah, they're downsizing.
Are our biggest customers.
Yeah, and they want to have more money to do the travel and all those kind of things as well. Fantastic. There are also really smart homes too, aren't there? Tell us about some of the devices that you get to put into these tiny homes.
So we like to keep it relatively simple and give people the opportunity to upgrade certain features and appliances in the unit. But front to back, they come with floor, more often than not, they come with floor-to-ceiling wardrobes. They come with a decent-sized kitchen. Feels like a kitchen bigger than in my house. Decent cooking appliances and a full operating bathroom as well. People are often asking us about going off the grid, and so we've got a network of people around the country where we can push them in the direction of people that can install solar and whatnot as well.
Fantastic. So you focus on energy efficiency as well right from the start of the process.
The units themselves are extremely energy efficient, very easy to heat, easy to keep cool, and that's a good starting point for people.
And there's some changes coming up with the Resource Management Act, I feel, the consent process, where we don't have to get quite so much consent for some things. How does it work for you?
Yeah, well, the council conversation's quite an interesting one. It's something I'm asked 100 times a day. Yeah. In my experience, what I'm starting to see is councils are actually quite accepting. People generally have a bit of a fear over the council. They think it's going to cost them an arm and a leg, but that's not the case. nationally there is recognition that people are aware that there's extreme amounts of political pressure on housing. Something needs to be done, and councils have been very, very supportive. We're one of the few companies in the country that actually has the ability to put code of compliance on our product. So once if the customer opts to do that, councils accept it. But with anything like this, we always encourage people as a starting point, go knock on the council's door, talk to them about your property, and see what they have to say. But the new came, I think, about 2 weeks ago. Jenny Salesa, Minister of Building and Construction, we actually met with her in November last year, which was pretty cool. She's making some changes to the Building Act, which will come into play in August, which cuts a lot of that red tape and makes it more achievable for people.
I think garages and sleep out, what do you call them? Sleep outs.
Yeah, garages, sleep outs, verandas.
Those kind of things you don't necessarily need consent for, but check your local
always
rules.
check with your local council, play it safe.
How hard is it to set up in terms of water, sewage, electricity, that kind of thing?
Very easy. It often catches people off guard how easy it is, which is cool. So water supply, easy as plugging in a garden hose. Okay, so most people usually engage a plumber to do that a bit more permanently, but a garden hose gets you started. Electrically, depending on the spec of the unit, it's either going to be a 16 amp or a 32 amp caravan power point. So you need to know caravan power point, keep it simple. And the waste side of things, the unit's got a special pump in it. It's called a macerator, behaves like an incinerator, processes the waste from the whole unit, and you just engage a local plumber to junction that into your existing network or septic tank or holding tank, whatever it may be.
Fantastic.
So easy.
Your enthusiasm is infectious. Cool. I want one in my backyard for my 3 children and the puppy. They can move into it. What am I looking at? How much does it cost? So
our most popular product, which would be our 10.4 Deluxe 1 bedroom, we sell a handful of those every single week. You're looking at 71 grand including GST, plus a small fee for delivery.
Okay, so find yourself some land and put one of these on it. Give you a call and Bob's your uncle.
And you'll have it on your property within about sort of 8 to 10 weeks.
Fantastic. I'm so thrilled that you have had such a good lockdown and that your business is booming post-COVID-19. Thanks very much. That's Bryce Glover from HouseMe. If you would like to find out more from the team at HouseMe, just head to their website, houseme.co.nz.